Hi, welcome to our channel. If you are new, you may consider subscribing before we continue. Today, we will be looking at 16 foods that reduce our risk of getting a heart attack. I call them heart-healthy foods. Heart diseases account for nearly 1/3 of all deaths worldwide. The good news is that we now know a ton about how to prevent cardiovascular disease. It's clear that healthy eating and living, like exercising more, can make a huge difference. Diet plays a major role in heart health and can impact your risk of heart disease. The 16 heart-healthy foods are: 1. Leafy green vegetables. When it comes to your health, you really can't go wrong with vegetables. Vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, water leaf and collard greens are well known for their wealth of vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. In particular, they're a great source of vitamin K, which helps protect your arteries and promote proper blood clotting. They're also high in dietary nitrates, which have been shown to reduce blood pressure, decrease arterial stiffness and improve the function of cells lining the blood vessels. One analysis of 8 studies found that increasing leafy green vegetable intake was associated with up to a 16% lower incidence of heart disease. Another study in 29,689 women showed that a high intake of leafy green vegetables was linked to a significantly lower risk of coronary heart disease. This shows that higher intake of leafy greens is tremendously associated with a lower risk of heart disease. Green vegetables are super health-promoting foods. 2. Whole grains. Whole grains include all 3 nutrient-rich parts of the grain: germ, endosperm and bran. Common types of whole grains include whole wheat, brown rice, oats, rye, barley, buckwheat and quinoa. Oatmeal is high in soluble fiber, which can lower cholesterol. It acts as a sponge in the digestive tract and soaks up the cholesterol so it is eliminated from the body and not absorbed into the bloodstream, says Lauren Graff, a registered dietitian and co-director of the Cardiac Wellness Program at Montefiore Medical Center in New York City. He recommends avoiding instant oatmeal, which often contains sugar, and heading instead for old-fashioned or even quick cooking oats. When purchasing whole grains, make sure to read the ingredients label carefully. Phrases like whole grain or whole wheat indicate a whole grain product, while words like wheat flour or multigrain may not. 3. Berries. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries and raspberries are jam-packed with important nutrients that play a central role in heart health. Studies show that eating lots of berries reduces several risk factors for heart disease. Berries are a satisfying snack and a delicious low-calorie dessert. Try adding a few different types to your diet to take advantage of their unique health benefits. 4. Avocados. These soft, tasty fruits have a well-established reputation for providing the body and heart with healthy fats. They are rich in the monounsaturated fats that lower heart disease risk factors, such as LDL cholesterol. They are also high in antioxidants and in potassium. They can be eaten on their own or blended into guacamole, perhaps with some heart-promoting tomatoes. Avocados are an excellent source of heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which have been distinctly linked to reduced levels of cholesterol and a lower risk of heart disease. In fact, just one avocado supplies 975 mg of potassium, or about 28% of the amount that you need in a day. Getting at least 4.7 grams of potassium per day can decrease blood pressure by an average of 8.0, 4.1 mm of mercury, which is associated with a 15% lower risk of stroke. 5. Fatty fish and fish oil. Salmon and other fatty fish such as sardines and mackerel are the superstars of heart-healthy foods. That's because they are loaded with copious amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, shown in studies to lower the risk of arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat, and atherosclerosis, plaque buildup in the arteries, and decrease triglycerides. The American Heart Association recommends eating fish and preferably fatty fish at least twice a week. If you don't eat much seafood, fish oil is another option for getting your daily dose of omega-3 fatty acids. Fish oil supplements have been shown to reduce blood triglycerides, improve arterial function and decrease blood pressure. Other omega-3 supplements like krill oil or algal oil are popular alternatives. 6. Nuts. This includes almonds, walnuts, pistachios, peanuts and macadamia nuts, all of which contain good for your heart fiber. They also contain vitamin E, which helps lower bad cholesterol. And some, like walnuts, are high in omega-3 fatty acids. Some people in the past have avoided nuts because they're higher in fat, but most of the studies show that people who consume nuts daily are leaner than people who don't. And leaner people are at a lower risk for heart problems. Look for varieties that don't have a lot of added salt. 7. Legumes. Because they come from plants, legumes such as beans, lentils, and peas are an outstanding source of protein, without a lot of unhealthy fat. One study found that people who ate legumes at least 4 times a week had a 22% lower risk of heart disease compared with those who consumed them less than once a week. And legumes may help control blood sugar in people with diabetes. Lowering blood sugar levels is key in helping people avoid diabetes complications, one of which is heart disease. What's more, eating beans has been linked to reduced blood pressure and inflammation, both of which are risk factors for heart disease. 8. Dark chocolate. Several studies have now shown that dark chocolate benefits your heart, including one in 2012 that found that daily chocolate consumption reduces non-fatal heart attacks and stroke in people at high risk for these problems. The findings applied only to dark chocolate, meaning chocolate made up of at least 60 to 70% cocoa. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids called polyphenols, which help blood pressure, clotting, and inflammation. Unfortunately, milk chocolate and most candy bars don't make the grade when it comes to protecting your heart. Additionally, chocolate can be high in sugar and calories, which can negate many of its health-promoting strong points. So, be sure to pick a high-quality dark chocolate. 9. Tomatoes. Tomato consumption in the U.S. has been rising, and that's a good thing. Like potatoes, tomatoes are high in heart-healthy potassium. Plus, they are a good source of the antioxidant lycopene. Lycopene is a carotenoid that helps get rid of bad cholesterol, keep blood vessels open, and lower heart attack risks. And because they are low in calories and low in sugar, they don't detract from an already healthy diet. A study in 50 overweight women found that eating 2 raw tomatoes 4 times per week increased levels of good HDL cholesterol. Higher levels of HDL cholesterol can help remove excess cholesterol and plaque from the arteries to keep the heart healthy and protect against heart disease and stroke. Tomatoes are top-notch for the body in a number of ways. 10. Potatoes. There's no reason to shun potatoes because they're white and look like a bad starch. As long as they are not deep-fried, potatoes are good for your heart. They are rich in potassium, which helps lower blood pressure. And they are high in fiber, which helps lower the risk for heart disease. They are definitely not a junk food or refined carbohydrate. They have a lot of health benefits. 11. Seeds. Flax seeds as well as the ultra-chic chia seeds are high in omega-3 fatty acids. This is one reason they are good for your heart. Another reason is their high fiber content. Plus, there are a million ways to enjoy them. Try them ground up with other heart-healthy foods, such as dried blueberries, cranberries, or oatmeal, or even blended with soy milk and fruit to create a smoothie. Human and animal studies have found that eating seeds improves several heart disease risk factors, including inflammation, blood pressure, cholesterol and triglycerides. 12. Green tea. A favorite in Asia, green tea has grown more popular in the West and brings with it significant health benefits. A 2013 study found that people who drank 4 or more cups of green tea daily had a 20% reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke compared with people who seldom imbibed the beverage. These findings echo a previous study that found lower rates of death, including death from heart disease, among avid drinkers of green tea. Antioxidants known as catechins may be responsible for this effect. It also contains polyphenols, which together with the catechins prevent cell damage, reduce inflammation and protect the health of your heart. Taking a green tea supplement or drinking matcha, a beverage that is similar to green tea but made with the whole tea leaf, may also benefit heart health. 13. Pomegranate. Pomegranates contain numerous antioxidants, including heart-promoting polyphenols and anthocyanins which help stave off hardening of the arteries. One study of heart disease patients found that a daily dose of pomegranate juice over 3 months showed improvements in blood flow to the heart. Ultimately, though, it is important to have variety in your diet. If you don't like pomegranates or cannot afford them, reach for apples, which also contain plenty of health-promoting compounds. 14. Citrus fruits. Women who consume high amounts of the flavonoids found in oranges and grapefruits have a 19% lower risk of ischemic stroke caused by a clot than women who do not get as much of these compounds, a 2012 study found. Citrus fruits are also highly rich in vitamin C, which is linked with a lower risk of heart disease. Beware of citrus juices that contain added sugar. And be aware that grapefruit products may interfere with the action of the cholesterol-lowering drugs known as statins. 15. Red wine. Red wine, or small amounts of any type of alcohol, are thought to lower heart disease risk. Higher amounts, more than a drink or 2 a day, can actually increase risk. While some say a polyphenol found in red wine, resveratrol, gives that beverage an added benefit, research suggests that any type of alcohol in moderation works. As with coffee, though, none of these properties are a reason to start drinking alcohol. You can also get resveratrol from non-alcohol sources, like natural peanut butter and grapes. 16. Coffee. Another widely consumed beverage, coffee, may also promote heart health. One study found a 10 to 15% lower risk of dying from heart disease or other causes in men and women who drank 6 or more cups of coffee a day. Other research has found that even 2 cups a day could lower the risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke by 30%. It is not clear where the benefit comes from, and the news is not necessarily a reason to pick up the habit. If you are already drinking coffee and enjoying it, continue. If not, there's no reason to start.